Okay. How's it going, everybody? And YouTube? Let me just adjust everything here a little bit. Awesome. It's a nice rainy day here in Florida. It's Wednesday night, right? Wednesday night. Wednesday night here. We just got finished doing some training and some classes, and I wanted to make a little live video here on YouTube. For always getting this question, and I wanted to kind of offer, my advice and opinion, and if you're looking it up, and hopefully you find this video, is how to choose a good martial arts school. I get this question a lot from friends at work, from people in different locations, different areas, and it's a common question, so I thought I'd address it a little bit. So if you're looking to get into martial arts for yourself or for your child, you really want to kind of take some time and think about it and ask yourself some really important questions. One, what's the reason? What's the real reason to do the martial arts? Is it because you want to learn how to protect yourself? Do you want to compete? Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to get stronger? If it's for a child, do you want them to be a little bit more confident, pick better friends, have some skills that are going to help them in school to be more successful, discipline, focus, confidence? So you have to ask yourself a lot of these questions because they'll give you the clues to find a school that's going to really meet your needs, because there's so many different martial arts schools, and a lot of them are very different in how they approach the training. So we got to really kind of get into that question. And you want to really take this as a serious thing. You don't want to just join the school down the street just because it says martial arts, karate, kung fu, jiu-jitsu, whatever. You want to do a lot of investigating, because anyone can open a martial arts school, even you. You can open up a martial arts school and nobody's going to care if you're certified, if you're a black belt, if you're a master or a grand poobah, whatever. It doesn't really matter. The proof will be in the pudding. Okay? So let me just pose this to you. If you were to buy a house, how would you do that? It's not an easy process. You don't just walk in, give them the money, and take the house. Normally what you would do is first, talk to the person, take a look at it, see if it's the right fit for you, and then you would pay somebody probably a lot of money just to go into the house and really investigate everything that is wrong with it. They give you a really large report so that you can take a look at it and make a better decision if you want to buy this house or not. So the same should be for you choosing a martial arts school. You need to evaluate why you want to be in there, all the different reasons, and you need to check out all of the schools in the area and see if they actually offer you that. Do their students match the results that you're looking for? Are they doing the activities that you want to be doing? Or are you just joining out of convenience and ignorance because you didn't really take the time to see what was going on? You can also do a lot of investigating now online. You can check out everyone's website, their social media pages, and really get a good idea that way. Okay, so that's really important. First, investigate why you want to do it. I'm going to give you a couple of examples of, I want this, so this is what you should look for, or no, I want that, and that is what you should look for. So I'll try to help you out with that. Another question I get a lot of the time is like, what's better, karate, kung fu, jiu-jitsu, da-da-da-da. And again, even within jiu-jitsu or kung fu or karate, even within the same style, no two schools are the same unless they're a part of a franchise and have a very strict curriculum and standard. So you're going to have to do some investigating and see if this matches what you want. So to give you an idea of the differences between the styles, the style is just a tool, really. So it doesn't really matter. The tools don't do anything without the hand that wields them, you know what I mean? So it doesn't really matter. They're all the tools work, but depends on who's using it, right? So the general idea behind the martial arts is Kung Fu refers to Chinese martial arts from China. Karate is really Okinawa and sometimes Japan. Jiu-jitsu is also Japanese, but now has been very popularized by Brazil, the Brazilians, right? There's Kendo, which is like sword fighting. There's Krav Maga from Israel, which is like a self-defense combative martial art. So really the styles come from different places and serve a different purpose. Taekwondo from Korea, and some of them are very popular for sport, like Taekwondo is still an Olympic sport, and it comes from other martial arts styles. And martial arts styles have evolved over the years and got to where they are now. So if you want to compete and you want to fight, for example, like you really want to learn how to fight, not every school is going to spend a lot of time doing that. So you're going to want to make sure that if you want to spar or compete in fighting, or maybe even grappling, that you join the right school. So if it's grappling and you want to be a jiu-jitsu competitor, obviously you need to find a jiu-jitsu school. So the question will be, which one's the best? So you got to go there, see what the teamwork looks like, see how they treat the students, see how the students feel, talk to some of the students or maybe some of the parents if it's for a child, and get a feeling of the camaraderie and the culture of the school. That's going to give you a lot of idea behind the feeling. Do they compete? How often do they compete? So if competing is concerned, do they compete? How often do they compete? What's the culture inside of the school? Is it fun? Is it friendly? Or do you feel like it's just too competitive and maybe goes against your feeling? So you want to check that out. Most schools will have a trial program so you can go in and try out the classes, and I really recommend doing that because you want to make sure it's a really good fit for you. If it's sparring and punching and kicking, they got to be able to spar. You know what I mean? So maybe it's a Muay Thai class, or maybe it's karate, taekwondo, or kung fu. They do a lot of sparring, but maybe the school that you go to doesn't spar a lot. Maybe they only spar once a week for like 10, 15 minutes. Or maybe they spar at the end of class and it's just very brief. Also find out how often they compete if competition is really what you want to do. So that's kind of important. And then you want to sit in on the sparring. Does it look impressive? Is it something that the advanced students are doing that you would like to do or see your child doing? Like, these are really important questions. If you're looking for something that is more focused on discipline and focus and less combative, maybe you want to find a style that has forms and maybe weapons. There are people that like performing more than they do like fighting, so you can find schools that either spend a lot more time doing forms and weapons, and that might be something that you're looking for or that you'd like your child to do. But you also want to make sure that it's not way too much performance and forms there. There's got to be some sort of reality and some sparring in there so they can stay humble. You don't want the ego to grow too much, so I recommend that you try to find a good balance. If sparring isn't so much of a concern, find a balance between traditional martial arts training and sparring and fighting. And then again, like fitness, if it's fitness, how does everyone look? How does the teacher look? A lot of people will just slap whatever on the window to get you to sign up. If it says fitness and if the instructor can't stay fit, then how are they going to make you fit? So common sense, taking a look, investigating what it is that you want, and then going around in the area and seeing what's available to you, trying out the classes, seeing if you get a good vibe from what's going on, and really having foresight. Like, if I want to compete, I want to be in a school that's competing. If you want to be a UFC fighter, you got to go where they train. Like use some common sense in it. Don't think that just because it says martial arts on the window or they dress a certain way that it's going to be a certain way. Because wherever you go, they're going to influence you, and wherever you go, you're going to learn that way and think that's the only way. When in truth, there are many different ways. So this is just a little short video I wanted to share on how to pick a good martial arts school. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you have any questions, leave a comment. And thanks, guys, for watching. I'm Sifu Joe Keit at Tigers of Chole Phut Kung Fu over here in Boynton Beach, Florida, with myself and Sifu Jacob Isaacs. And we also have 5 schools in Brazil, Tigers of Chole Phut. Thanks, guys. Have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you guys really soon.